On the 29th of February, I came here and told you that these two sides are really going to take on one another. Sporting Lisbon, that had Gyokeres, and Benfica, that has Silva, Help Pedro, and very many others, that very many clubs are really eyeing, and they're really trying to see to it that obviously take them to their club in the summer. And guess what? On that day, I told you that Arsenal had gone ahead to obviously reserve their seats for their scouts, but it was not only Arsenal. Man United was there, Chelsea was there, Man City was there, and very many other clubs all over the world scouting Gyokeres, this 25-year-old Belgian international. I think is a Swedish international, right? Swedish international who has gone ahead to obviously make rounds in there for you, and he's really doing it like no other. Now, Arsenal has been one of those teams that have gone ahead to be linked to this guy, and more confirmations have gone ahead to throw loads of spotlights onto him really joining the side of Arsenal. And I really remember, is it 2 3 days back, I had one of my beloved people who watch this channel, forgotten his name, I'm sorry for not mentioning your name, but I think you'll understand yourself. You came into the comment section and asked me, what do you think about Gyokeres? And I decided to come in through and really do this video with a hint coming in from Fabricio Romano and a baller, one of the biggest media outlets in Portugal where this guy plays for. Welcome to this channel. Rokani David is my name. Let's see close to 300 likes. Smash on this video. Don't forget to subscribe and the live stream. I'm sorry for the delay, but I think we are gonna come up and really do it at around 22 hours, like 2-3 hours from now. We are gonna be live streaming, discussing those important topics in here onto this channel. We are going to talk about Pep Guardiola when he was asked about playing in all the games that are going to hit to play and whether he thinks about Liverpool. He had something to say. And lastly, we are having Carlo Ancelotti because the prosecutor request is giving him a prison sentence, and he had something to say. He might really serve a case at that or serve a punishment at that late age of his. So it's a Thursday. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Hikm, and let's continue to subscribe to this channel. Now, Gyokeres is one of those people that is being scouted by Arsenal, and today we've gone ahead to really get in a story coming through from Jason Souta. He is a sports journalist at the Football 360 and Planet Sports. You know, he has gone ahead to quote a story coming in from a baller, one of the biggest outlets in Portugal, that Arsenal are increasingly following Sporting striker Viktor Gyokeres with greater interest after sending scouts to watch him multiple times. He has been highlighted very well. He has a release clause of 85.7 million pounds release clause. You can as well say 100 million euros clause. That's what is going to have to be put onto the head of this guy. Now, what is my say about this? One reason as well I've gonna hit obviously do this story is all about the word multiple times. However much Arsenal scouts were really sounded that they are going to be part of the game of Sporting Lisbon versus Benfica on the 29th of February. It wasn't the first time Arsenal scouts were there. They've been scouting this boy. They've gone ahead to see him play. And guess what? Even in that game where the scouts were, he went ahead to score. I think it was the winning goal. And Pedro Gonçalves went ahead to really score the first goal in the 9th minute. And in the 34th minute, it was Viktor Gyokeres who came in and really scored a very beautiful goal. And Benfica just pulled one back through Ausens in the 68th minute. And Benfica went ahead to win that game of football by 2-1. And that was the full-time score. So that was exactly what went ahead to happen in there for you. And it was in the Taça de Portugal, meaning that it was not the league. It was like a knockout. And they went ahead to knock out Benfica. And it was a huge game to be played that side. So Arsenal are really following up on this guy. They are not really giving up. And I'm really excited about what they are doing on to getting in these young talents. Because look at Rasmus Hojlund at Man United. You know, everyone was criticizing his price. 72 million pounds for a player who has never gone ahead to score 20 goals a season or even 10 goals a season. How do you obviously buy him for that amount of money? Forgetting that his potential was huge. And if at all United went ahead to leave him at Atalanta for one more season, he would have gone ahead to really cost like £100 million, because this season would have gonna hit the ground running and score those goals, because I think even Atalanta is playing in are they playing in the Conference League, if I'm not mistaken? So that is what good teams are supposed to be doing, and that's why you see to it that Gyokeres is going to be costing €100 million or £85 million, because he has been doing this on a regular basis. And if at all they had gone earlier for him, he would have gone ahead to cost less. But Sporting Lisbon is becoming another fishing ground for different teams all over the world. But I like the player. He is really good. If you are talking about a complete striker, this is the guy you should go in for. And for Mikel Arteta, we've gone ahead to see him not going in for proven players. I think the only proven players we're going to go in for were Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. Those are players that were proven at the high levels, because they are playing for an elite team of Man City that was competing for everything, that are going to win the Premier League, played in the Champions League final, and so on and so forth. Kai Havertz, I think, was not yet proven. He was that player who everyone was waiting for him to arrive, but looks like Mikel Arteta's going to get the best out of him. So for me, Gyokeres to Arsenal is really keeping an eye on him, and very many other teams are really looking at that guy. And trust me, a lot is going to be said towards the summer transfer window about this lad. It looks like he's going to be moving from Sporting Lisbon to a big club in the Premier League, because Premier League clubs really have a lot of money to spend onto these players. Now, what does Fabricio Romano have to say about Gyokeres' links to Arsenal? He said, although there are very many clubs that are attentive to Viktor Gyokeres at the moment, none have made a move as yet. Nothing is happening now. It's one for the summer. His conditions are that he has a €100 million release clause. Then he will see what happens in the summer. But we know how difficult it is to negotiate with Portuguese clubs. Many clubs have also sent their scouts to watch him. Arsenal for sure multiple times, but also others are closely monitoring the situation. So Arsenal has gone ahead to send scouts to watch this guy play several times, and the interest is really genuine. Now, the list of Arsenal strikers that are really being linked to Arsenal is really continuing to really surge every day that really passes by, but that is not gonna come out to really look like the guy is really gonna come out and really stop what is going to be happening, because at a certain point X, you really understand that Arsenal need another centre forward, but they need another centre forward in the spirit of keeping Gabriel Jesus as their number one or as their lead striker, and this one is coming in through as an understudy. And I think for Gyokeres, he will come in through and Arsenal and will respect this guy. Like, you're going to hate to see Julian Alves at Man City. It reached an extent when Julian Alves is outperforming Haaland, but Pep never went ahead to show it on the pitch that I'm going to bench Haaland for this guy. And I think at Arsenal, you don't need to get in a Victor Osimhen, because if you get in a Victor Osimhen, or a Vlahovic, it will create some good competition, but it might really create a disarray into the dressing room. Remember, Gabriel Jesus is one of the leaders in that dressing room. I told you every team has 5 captains, though he really just see the one that really comes in through and really wears that armband, like Odegaard. But Odegaard has a lot of other people, 4 in number, who really help him do the job. That is Jesus, Jorginho, Declan Rice, and which other guy is there? A leader, the El Ninos of this world. They are really part of the 5-star captaincy, the 5-star captaincy region for the side of Arsenal, and they're really doing great there. And when you look at what job they're doing, it's really great. And when you look at how Arteta brought in Gabriel Jesus, he wants him to be his lead striker. And when you get in Gyokeres, he's a different kind of striker that will obviously give this guy resting time. And I think Gyokeres is better than Edin Ketia. And it's no longer a hidden secret that this guy is going to be leaving the side of Arsenal. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Edin Ketia. And for Edin Ketia, Arsenal is likely to get in like 30-40 million pounds. Then they'll use that amount of money to top it up to bring in these forwards. But I think it's high time he left, because even when Gabriel Jesus was injured, the manager couldn't trust him to lead the line. He really went ahead to get Kai Havertz, who has been tremendous in the previous games that has gone ahead to play when Jesus is out. And right now, I think Kai Havertz has 6 Premier League goals, 6 or 7 Premier League goals, if I'm not mistaken, and his assists are increasing on a regular. And on and on Saturday, when they are playing against Brentford, I think he might really add more to than many that he's really having. So it's not a hidden secret anymore. Arsenal are really scouting Gyokeres, and they're trying to see to it that they really make up their mind. But Fabricio is telling us that they haven't gone ahead to really take an extra step, like to talk to the agent, talk to the player, but they are really scouting the player, and interest is there, but it has not been made genuine. That is what Fabricio has gone ahead to tell us. So it's really important to note that Arsenal is really having their eyesights onto this 25-year-old Swedish centre forward. And I think even in the Euros, because Sweden is already there, I think he's really gonna have a lot to do. If he goes ahead and really scores goals in the Euros, then that mark, release close 100 million euros, will obviously be certified and given the best that it really deserves at that juncture. So guys, thank you very much for watching. That is about Gyokeres, and let's go to Pep Guardiola. And he was asked to talk about Liverpool. Remember, the big game is on Sunday. Liverpool taking on the side of Liverpool is going to be taking on the side of Man City at Anfield, a side where Man City is not going to hit to win for a very, very long time, and Liverpool is going to hit to boss those ties at Anfield. And Pep Guardiola said about Liverpool, I'll talk on Friday. I played Luton in Emirates Cup, not thinking about United. I needed energy, fresh legs. We exhausted to play 3 days after. Normally, Wednesday, they allow to play Saturday. We played Sunday. So, Pep Guardiola is like sending a message outside there that all that you want him to say, he's going to be saying it tomorrow about Liverpool and Man City. And this is the last tie of Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola in the Premier League. The most expected tie might be in the FA Cup, if at all Man City knocks out Newcastle and Liverpool knocks out Man United on the quarterfinals. But in the Premier League, this is going to be the last tie. And you'll never see, I think, Jurgen Klopp coming back in the Premier League, because he's going to go into a sabbatical of 1 year, and he'll return to action in 2025 and see where he'll be really managing. But it looks like he already has a plan. And Pep Guardiola was like, we play onto a Wednesday, we are going to play on a Sunday. That is really great. I think that's what he meant. And for Liverpool, they are playing today, but as they are playing, they are really having a lot, to really save in the tank. And I think the starting 11 is already out. Let me see the lineup of Liverpool. Is it already out as they play Sparta Prague? Let me see. Let me check it here. Let me have a check here and see who has Liverpool gone ahead to obviously bring in, because their game of football is going to be starting very, very, very soon. Like an hour from now, they're going to be really playing. And the lineup of Liverpool is out, and I think I should read it to you here. Liverpool is having Kahela. I want to see how many have they going to hit to rest. Gomez, Endo, Konate, Diaz, Nunes, McAllister, Gakpo, Elliott, Robertson, and Kwanch. Now, that means they're going to hit to rest Soboslai, Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah. I think they've only going to hit to rest 3 players, according to me. Van Dijk, Salah, and Soboslai. But we all know that. Oh, and Alisson Becker. Those are 4. And Alisson Becker. Now, that means Gomez will have to start against Man City. Endo will start against Man City. Konate will start against Man City. Diaz will start against Man City. Nunes will start. Those are 5. McAllister, those are 6. Cody Gakpo, those are 7. And Robertson, Those are 8. So 8 of those players that we anticipate are going to start when Liverpool is taking on the side of Man City over the weekend have gone ahead to be named in the starting 11 of Liverpool to play into this tournament of the UEFA Europa League. And it shows you how hard it's really getting there, right? So thank you very much for watching through. That's what Pep really had to say. But I think Jurgen Klopp is going to have a say after this beautiful game of football. But I think he has gone ahead to get in these players, and all the orders that Jurgen Klopp has gone ahead to let them know are, all say it are, go and kill off that game in the first half, such that we rest you and you have fresh legs when you're playing Man City over the weekend. They are playing this game, but I think their mind is really so much settled onto the Man City game because they know how important it is. When they draw, Arsenal is going to be on top of the table if at all they win their game of football on a Saturday. So guys, thank you very much, and let's really conclude this story with Carlo Ancelotti responding to what the prosecutor had to request for him to be in prison sentence. And this came after he really took Real Madrid to the quarterfinals, and this is what Carlo Ancelotti had to say. It's an old story that started 8 years ago. The prosecutor's office thinks that I was a resident, and I was not. I have already paid the fine. I'm innocent, and I'm convinced that I was not a resident. So this, you wouldn't like to see your past coming in to haunt you. That is it. That is the worst part of it. Letting your past coming through to haunt your present. And it looks like he's saying the prosecutor is having a problem with me. He's just trying to raise his case, but I paid the fine and I'm not really doing it. And I think this was when he was at Real Madrid. For everyone who doesn't know that this guy was at Real Madrid way back, he was there and he got sacked. And I think after getting sacked from Real Madrid, that's when he went ahead, obviously, accept the job of Everton. And he went ahead to really make Everton play some good football. Remember when he had that Colombian guy, is it James? And he had really a very beautiful squad at Everton, and he did lots of things there. That is Carlo Ancelotti for you. And he just lasted one season at Everton, and he really went back to Real Madrid after Real Madrid had parted ways with Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane came and really finished the season, and then they had to get Carlo Ancelotti. And ever since Carlo Ancelotti went ahead to return, he has gone ahead to do wonders. He has won them a Champions League, he has won them La Ligas, and they're really celebrating lots of things down there for you. Now I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Gyokeres to Arsenal transfer hint with Fabricio Romano, and very many other reports coming in from Portugal that Arsenal is really continuing to scout Gyokeres at a wide scale. What do you make about Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp meeting for the last time in the Premier League? This is the last Premier League dance for these two managers. What are your thoughts about it? And Carlo Ancelotti, the past, coming back to haunt him in a very weirdest way that you'll never, ever, ever really want to know about. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. I want to hit 20,000 subscribers before the end of this month. Sorry, before the end of this week. We are left with 145 subscribers, and we're left with 45 subscribers to hit 19,900 subscribers. So can we really get those 45 subscribers tonight? Can we really do that and see the need for really going and taking us places? I think I'll be gladdened if that really happens in here onto this channel. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now, guys. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Tomorrow is Juma Kareem. Flock the mosques as huge as possible. And then don't forget to say a prayer before you go to bed. And the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. This is Rokani David, and we call upon for 300 likes. Smash on this video as we are set to go. The live stream is coming in through, but after this video, I'm gonna come up with what we call the match preview, Arsenal versus Brentford. After that, we'll come and really do what we call a live stream of 1 hour that we promise to be doing here on a daily. I will want to interact with you on a large scale. Ciao, ciao.